Eidola dropped their new album Mend. Dude, have been digging Eidola's stuff, especially Eviscerate, because that record, as we established on the review in the interview we did with the band, the heaviest stuff
and
that the band has done.
Album of the year discussion as
yes.
well.
Yes, because that was on Glory's list. Heaviest stuff the band's ever done. We had been covering the band before that. We were familiar with them. Definitely a sick vibe. The very intricate twinkly guitars is something that I dig, and but it's not something that I listen to on the regular because I feel like I have to put a little bit more like of my focus into listening and understanding the music, and I don't always have that. Sometimes I just want to mindlessly listen to something that doesn't require my attention to like really understand the detail in the music. But I felt like Eviscerate got heavier and, was that kind of record where if I needed to take a listen that was a little less focused solely on, like so much on the music, I could. And I feel like they continue that with Mend. It's still Eidola, but it continues to be a different vibe than what we know Eidola to be before this double record, this double album, which I think is so awesome. As they mentioned, this is the back half, the slower, easier, softer side. They were going super heavy and super light, and I think they really achieved that.
They did for sure. Yeah.
Now I like a good intro track, but I'm not typically someone that puts a lot of stock into it. I want to hear the meat and potatoes of the record.
Of course, just get into it.
But Brahman, Garden of Eden might be one of the best intro tracks I have ever fucking heard, because it is 2 minutes long, which typically I'd be like, why the fuck do you have a 2 minute long intro? But I think that it perfectly sets the tone for the album, that the album then continues throughout the rest of the record and does not deviate from the tone that was initially set by the intro 45 minutes before the last song hits. It's like it was perfectly crafted to get you in the headspace of what you're about to experience, and it just fucking cruises. And the album fits into this vibe that is built with this 2 minute instrumental intro track, which I just think is so fucking dope. And then Prodigy is just, then further continues to set that tone for the rest of the record. Now, you like to throw out of left field comparisons at me from time to time, and I always look at you like, what in the actual fuck are you talking about? So, but I get to do that now. It's my turn to do that.
Oh, okay, fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait to give you the look and be like, what the fuck are you talking?
Prodigy feels like a Justin Timberlake song. Not super popular pop Justin Timberlake, a little bit more deep cut Justin Timberlake.
I'm gonna tell Sergio. I'm gonna block you like immediately. That's like, honestly, no. I feel like they'd bring that shit up. They'd be like, I kind of want like a little Justin Timberlake moment. I don't know. I'm not a Justin Timberlake enjoyer.
Like, I don't know the way that like Andrew was.
I know "Sexy Back." That's all I know.
The way Andrew was like floating on the song, because it feels like he's fucking literally floating on the instrumental of the track. It just felt like the vocal delivery was something that I would hear in like a off of the record "Sexy Back" is on, like a deep cut off that record, is like how I would. Don't laugh, I'm trying to be serious right now.
Song. It's just so dumb.
Is like the kind of vocal delivery that I would expect from a deeper cut off of that record. If you can't tell, I enjoy Justin Timberlake as well as heavier music. I don't know, total out of left field pick. I think I tried to explain it a little bit better than just it sounds like a Justin Timberlake song. It's more in the vocal delivery than the actual song sounding like a Justin Timberlake song, because it obviously doesn't. It's two completely different genres. And then the rest of the record is just fucking awesome. But like my favorite, hands down, is Prodigy, because it is such a strong song. I'm a huge fan of it. And then Revelation, the Infinite Beauty of Oneness. Listening to that track, it makes sense why our clip from the last interview talking about the future of the band has crept back into our top viewed videos over the weekend, because it's literally a good by track to the era that the story that the band made with the last couple of records. Doesn't mean they're done. They literally did a live stream talking about what's next for the band.
Guys, we're so excited.
Yeah, the tours, and that they're still going to be writing and all that. But it's just the end of the story that they were telling with these these past few records. But I noticed that, and I was like, I guess it makes sense. This was like the last, and then I listened to the last song, and I was like, that makes so much sense why that video is crept back up again.
Exactly, because people are trying to figure out what the hell's happening.
Yeah, but all in all, I think that it's an incredibly solid record. I think that they really because when they were talking about like the dark and the light kind of concept, I was like, I don't
gonna do that?
I don't know how this is gonna go. Like, they nailed the heavy, but I don't know how I'm personally going to enjoy the light and how light they're gonna go. But I think they did a fantastic job and really nailed it, and I wound up enjoying it a lot more than I initially expected. We didn't really get to follow the rollout because it kind of happened over the break. So we basically heard one single and then boom, album. There were obviously a couple of singles, but we only listened to one, and then boom, record. But yeah, they fucking nailed it. Let me know if anyone agrees with my Justin Timberlake comparison, or tell me if I'm stupid. Let me know. Sound off.
There's no in between. Yes, that's exactly what I know.
Or what the fuck are you talking about?
Your ears fucking clogged, man. What the hell's wrong with you? No, I think this album is incredible. I went into it knowing that it was going to be the lighter side, and as I mentioned previously, as I was interrupting Shane as he was making a very good point, I said, "Oh, we talked about it in the album of the year discussion too." That was on Eviscerate, was on my album of the year list. I'm pretty sure it was in the top 10. If not, it was in the honorable mentions. But either way, since that recording, it has been streamed even more. I'm very attached to that record. I think it's near perfect. Every fucking track on there is insane. So going into this, I was like, fuck. I love Eviscerate. I'm worried that that's going to muddle how I view Mend, because they are supposed to be paired together. They are brother albums. They're sibling albums. It's the light, it's the dark, it's the good, it's the bad. So it's not like separate it. You can't. You're supposed to view them in the same fucking. You're supposed to look at them at the same time. I do enjoy this record a lot. If I had to pick one, Eviscerate is still my favorite because it's heavier. Because of the heaviness, I feel like it makes the more technical elements shine a lot more, because it's the contrast of the super dark, heavy riffs, and then you have just some fucking beautiful twinkle in there somehow. And I think that is the perfect blend. I think Mend is incredible. I think it's great, and I think I just need more time with it. But it did not hit me and impact me the same way that Eviscerate did the first time I listened to it.
That's fair enough.
Again, maybe if they released Men before they released Eviscerate, maybe I'd be having the opposite fucking talk. And I'd be saying Eviscerate just isn't as good as Men. But, I mean, you can't fucking drop both of them at the same time, because I'm still going to listen to one of them first.
Yeah.
So it's fucked. It's fucked completely. All that to say, my favorite tracks off of this, I completely agree with you on the opener. I love their openers because they did the same thing on Eviscerate. That one is fucking freaky as hell, and I love it so much because it's like almost cultish. It's just like humming, and it's like just vocalizing, and it's creepy. I don't know if that it puts you in.
It makes you unsettled.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, insanely. It's insanely.
And it sets the tone for the record the same way they did it with this one.
Which is incredible. I fucking love this band so much. They're so good. So my favorites, Kaleidoscope and Restore Me. Yeah, featuring the After Hour. Holy shit. Shout out. And then Prodigy is also incredible. I agree with you on that one. I think that this band is incredible. I thoroughly enjoyed the record. It's just, I really like Eviscerate. Sorry, guys. I really like it.